Kia ora guys, it's Brisingrize here, and I want to apologise for not being on as often as I would like. With a 2-month-old baby, it does make it a bit hard, but I do aim to be back to doing what I love very soon. But that's not what this video is about, and I know I always say that, and everyone's like, well, what are you going to say? Well, tonight I got trigger warning suicidal, and in my state of utter pain and suffering and all the wonderful things that come with just being in pain, I did the crazy. I told my mother how I felt. As most of you know, my mother is the one that abused me, and I've never really opened up and talked to her about it. That was always one of the goals. Well, tonight I kind of burnt the bridge with gasoline because my mother no longer wants to talk to me, but I just want to say that it was actually quite a liberating experience. My mother is a narcissistic person and is utterly delusional, so there was no way she was ever going to accept what happened, and you know, it's so be it. She can be like that. I don't care. What I want to talk about is the feeling of letting go and why I finally got to that point and my goals for the future, because a lot has changed now that I bucked up the courage to do this. First off, as I said, I was feeling very low, and when I usually spiral, I get into this venge-filled state where all I want to do is make my mother pay. Well, today I honestly did think I was going to go through with my manifestation of what I believe death was. In some ways, I suppose it was a death because it was the death of the victim. It was letting go of that scared little girl who went through hell. And it made me feel quite proud that I was able to do that. I expected the answer I got. Of course I did. As I said, she is narcissistic, but she is also incredibly delusional. So it became very personal very quickly. I tried to remain on top of that. I do not like to stoop to personal levels, even when I am in a depressive state. I did say that I hope you're happy and, you know, that you won, because that's how I feel when I get like that and I look at how my life is and I'm not happy. So I usually will lash out with that saying of, you know, you won, the winner takes it all, to quote ABBA, you know, the loser has to fall. And to me, she had won tonight. I was fully considering just going, checking out the emergency exit, you know, because I didn't want to experience the pain I was feeling. I'm not proud of it, definitely not proud of it, but I am quite proud of what I did when I talked to my mother, because that took a lot of courage. And the reason for that is because I was actually genuinely terrified of her. When I have gone out with her in the past, I have not done it for years, I'm 5'8", at a guess. I might be a little bit taller. I'm a little bit taller than my sister, and my sister is 5'8" on the dot. And I would shrink down to the point that I was at least 5'6". I was literally like hunched like this, going, don't hurt me. Crazy lady. So going out with her was not a good idea, and I got very upset stomach, so you know, that goes to show you how scared I was of her. And when I used to go to counselling, I was always scared of doing that, and they were always like, you know, you have to forgive her, you have to let the poison go, and you know, like Zeta from The Lion King, I was like, I'll never let it go, you know, because I won't. I will never let go of the abuse, no doubt in my mind, that's never going to happen. But in regards to everything else, yes, it will. I can let go and accept what happened to me, and I can forgive the person that was my mother. I can forgive her as a human being, as someone who makes mistakes, because every human makes mistakes. No matter how evil it is, it was a mistake, and she's completely delusional, never will believe that it happened, but to me, you know, it did. And you know, I have hundreds of experts saying the same thing, so yeah, it happened, whether she wants to admit it or not, which is a shame, but hey, that's delusional people for you, they ain't going to admit what happened. But that's beside the point. See, tangenting, still go off on tangents, but that's just me, so that's probably always going to be a part of me, and I'm kind of glad that I can make those kind of connections. Anyway, I've forgiven, or I actually, pity the human behind that monster. The manifestation of evil that was the abuse and what she did and the person she was back then. Yes, I will never forgive. I hate that quite strongly. But the person itself, I have a great level of indifference for. I think as I started to see her live her life. Yes, she goes off to, on trips and stuff like that, and she'll go and babysit in different countries, and that's animals, not humans, thank God. That she'll go and live her life. And that used to make me incredibly angry and jealous and miserable and just not pleased about life. But these days, it's kind of like, okay, so what? She's going to go and do that. Shallow. Good job. Glad you moved down to Wellington and aren't in Auckland anymore. Things like that. That manifestation of who she was is now becoming something that I don't consider my mother. To me, she's just meh. And she did say tonight she never wanted to talk to me again, so I burnt that bridge with gasoline, as I said before, but the response was nasty. I expected it to be. I got called a liar. I got told that, my hatred towards her never changed, and, like that manifestation of making stuff up has never changed, because I was quite imaginative, and she always believed I was lying no matter what I said. So that happened, but the liberation I feel from letting that poison go. I don't think anyone realizes that you do not have to forgive someone who hurt you. Bullying, otherwise an adult in a situation that they, could have done something, or someone who caused a car accident and all those wonderful things. You do not have to forgive that. And I will never ever forgive my mother for what she did. I don't think I should have to. But as said before, I have let it go. I've forgiven her as a human being, and that is something that I never thought I'd be able to do. I always thought I'd be like, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you, die. But I've learnt in my glorious 23, almost 24 years of being on this earth that it is not hate that is the opposite of love. In order to hate someone, there is a part of you, sadly, who still loves them. I'm kind of indifferent towards my mother now. I still, ask to be polite when I'm out with my grandparents because, of course, they're her parents, and that's fair enough. But today, I just was like, oh, I don't really want to hear this anymore. I asked, and then I'm like, oh, yeah, cool. She went off to Europe and did her thing. Awesome. She's got money because she sold my childhood home, and, she gets away with what she gets away with. But after having her say, I don't want to talk to you anymore, it just... I always used to sing the song, from Freddie Mercury. I want to break free. And I think tonight I did break free, I want to break free from your lies. You're so self-satisfied. I don't need you. I've got to break free. And, I did break free. God knows I broke free. Thank you, Freddie. I did it. I did what you said. I let her go. And there's still a lot of poison. I think there always will be a lot of poison in me. But I'm slowly going to work on leaching it out to people who want to listen and to people who want to hear my story. Friends, maybe other family, or even maybe write a book. I don't know. I don't really like to talk about it too much, but I do think I want to talk about this and the liberation. And even though I'm probably going to have a panic attack later this evening, even though it is 10 o'clock now, whoops, there's something so liberating about being able to say she is permanently gone from my life, and I no longer have to feel like I'm looking over my shoulder going, oh god, she's going to come and get me every 5 minutes. So that's actually kind of nice. Yeah, it definitely is nice. No, who am I kidding? It is wonderful. And even if I have a panic attack, as I said before, even if I go with anxiety, even if my brain is yelling at me, Mother of God, what did you do? There is something so strong and courageous about doing that. And now I feel like everything I was doing before to have this need for revenge, which is common with complex post-traumatic disorder, my condition, complex post-traumatic stress disorder, sorry, I'm stuttering again because I'm a little nervous. Yeah, it's not there anymore. I'm no longer doing YouTube to give it a big middle finger. It'll probably always still be there. There's going to be a big middle finger to everyone who bullied me. Adults, students, teachers, blah, 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 because that would be nice. That would be a really nice way to close that part of my life. But this is the closure I've been looking for with my mother, and I think I was too scared to do it. Goes to show that sometimes a breakdown is the best thing because you see things clearly. And I know I certainly did, because God knows I've finally broken free. So maybe I'll call it that, you know? I've broken free, and that is the goal of my life, is to break free from the abuse and no longer to feel like a victim. I'm kind of tired of that, you know? My life going, oh yeah, I was abused, and like, I'm the victim, and you know, I can't live my life, and I'm miserable, and I'm depressed, and you know, I want to kill myself because I'm always going to be a victim. Now it's like, bitch, no, I'm not a victim. I am a survivor, and I am going to do this. I've broken free. And that is liberating. That is so brave at my age to do. And I just wanted to share it because I'm very proud of myself, and I hope you guys are too. I understand if you're not, and I understand if you think that's a bit weird, but this is my way of getting closure, and now I can do the things that I want to without my mother's memory and that poison, which, let me tell you, was pretty bloody bitter to swallow every day. Gone. Non-existent. Kaput. Bye-bye. So that's made me quite happy, and now I've got all these goals that I intend to get to, not because I want revenge and I want closure, but because I want to achieve them for my own want and gain. Big one, of course, is 1,000 subscribers. I don't want to get there anymore to give my mum the middle finger. I want to get to it because I want to see how far I can go, and to be able to liberate others and to share my story would be fantastic. Oh, and I cannot wait, guys. It just feels wonderful, and I cannot wait to show you guys what I'm cooking up. My goal is to be able to upload 2 gaming videos, hopefully a week. Might be 1 gaming and 1 like talking or an art video. I haven't decided yet, but one thing I do know is that there is going to be more activity on this channel now that I have a clear set of goals in mind. So I cannot thank you guys enough for 167 subscribers. I can't believe I'm nearly at 117. My goal, of course, is to hit 200 before my birthday on the 8th of December, which, funnily enough, is also Mary Queen of Scots' birthday, and she was quite ahead of her time, so that's kind of cool, you know? And she was tall and beautiful, so I don't know why that came up, but that's just in my head right now. So thank you guys, honestly, from the bottom of my heart, for liberating me from my zero self-confidence and trying to build it. You've all gotten me to the point I am now, and you've got me to the point that I could say goodbye to my mother for the final time and mean it, and burn that bridge down and watch it burn in the rain. So I'm really thankful for that. But anyway, I've babbled enough. Oh god, what am I saying? I've babbled on. There we go, teeth. For 13 minutes or so, but that's all I wanted to say. So it's a complete ramble. It's not edited. Nothing's edited for this. I just wanted to get it out and share my excitement at being free. So thanks, guys. Yeah. You've done it. You've given me the confidence to fly. So thank you. Ka te te ano.